This is the worst productivity advice, featuring Gary Vaynerchuk. For those of you that don't know, Gary Vee is a Belarusian entrepreneur who is the CEO of VaynerMedia. He also posts content.
Are you making content?
On TikTok.
Like, imagine all of this was on TikTok.
Instagram. He loves blueberries.
Do you have blueberries?
As much as Gary is a entrepreneur that's very successful, he's got some bad takes.
Almost nobody likes their job. And so to me, LinkedIn, for somebody right now who's watching this, if they realize that they can post things about their opinions, their observations, and their expertise about what they do for a living. If you're a 5-year lawyer and you say, something I'm seeing in law around IP law, and you write 4 sentences, you make a video, it depends on how you communicate.
Content? Video? First and foremost, not everyone hates their job. I get it, I'm running a business on the side, so that's not exactly a primary indicator of love for one's job. But I know a lot of people that do love their jobs.
Written word or video. One piece of content on LinkedIn where you have no followers right now can change the course of your life, because now you have inbound people offering you jobs instead of you sitting and dwelling about hating your job.
That dude's face, he's like, oh my God, this is the best piece of advice of all time. So make content on LinkedIn and you'll get hired. I guess I don't have any opposing proof that it wouldn't work. I just don't have any. Can I have some data on how that could work? Or did he use the word could? It doesn't matter.
What do you think is the key to your productivity?
Gratitude for sure. I think 99% of things don't matter, so that allows...
Yes. Okay, so be grateful. I totally agree with. Number 2, don't care about what you're... What? I need the context.
Me to not get bogged down by anything. And I'm a big fan of juggling 46 balls and being okay with 9 of them dropping versus only trying to hold up 1 and making sure it doesn't drop. A disproportionate comfort with failure, enormous gratitude, and a perspective on what it all means in the scheme of things, period.
Okay, so 1, gratitude. 2, I agree with a couple of these. The doing 46 things but okay with 9 failing is a little bit ambiguous, but I do make a lot of content. And I do feel like that comes from the Gary Veeism of like, just keep pumping out more content and eventually you'll make it. Being good with failures in general is fine, but this is really a 3-point list, he said twice. Attaboy, Gary.
Don't make 12-minute meetings 1-hour meetings. It's nonsense.
That's the whole video. Gary, your editor couldn't find a longer clip. You didn't even say it. Wait, let me run that back.
Don't make 12-minute meetings 1-hour meetings.
He didn't even say it. You ever just talk so much on camera, but they can't find you saying the clip on camera while you're in a meeting, because you're never in a meeting because you're Gary Vee and you're so productive. So they're never going to have time to record you in a meeting because they're always 12-minute or less meetings, and you just walk out of the meeting so fast the guy couldn't even get in to get the editing done or the recording done beforehand. Oh my God.
So if we play out AI and say, hey everyone, bad news. If you make pictures to post on the internet in Adobe, in 17 years, that's been replaced by somebody just saying, make a cow with sunshine on it, go. And there it is, right?
That's pretty hot.
What I say though is good news, everybody. All the people that have these brilliant ideas that are doing other things, do you know how many people actually have the best ideas who are cashiers at Starbucks, that if they knew that this technology existed, they would be creative directors?
He does get how like the economy and moving up a ladder and generally how businesses work with hiring works, right? He's serious.
Everyone goes right away into like demonizing technology. Here this comes, it's gonna eliminate junior copywriters. Okay, but junior copywriters eliminated something too. Like when advertising came out, what happened to the salesman? If we had no advertising, wouldn't everybody be a salesman? The answer is yes. It's a game of creativity getting even more oomph. It becomes more about the idea than the slog of the execution. So if
that last part was actually brilliant take. All right, get him, attaboy, Gary.
A coach told me, a current NFL coach took a player
Andy Reid, the GOAT,
in a draft recently, that he could have taken a player that they had way higher on the draft board as a much better player, and they took the other player. I said, why? And then he said something profound. He goes, this player that went to a different team a couple picks later had a great year. He goes, this player on a Saturday night, the day before a game, will go out, and he'll go out to 2:30 in the morning.
All right, why does every YouTube short have this same soundtrack, by the way? When someone's saying something provocative, it's this or the other. Dun, 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 dun. It's the same thing every time.
Morning in the club. And you know what he's gonna do on Sunday? And I'm like, what? It was like really cool. I was like shit the bed? He's like, no. He's gonna go 8 catches for 137 yards.
Shut
the problem is that same Saturday night, he's going to bring 6 teammates with him, and those 6 guys are going to bed. That one kid that he was talking to, he can go party and be productive. This is just about knowing yourself.
Yeah.
That's a good way to think about it. You know, there's productivity from like a personal standpoint versus you being around others and causing their productivity to go down based on your actions. It's different. I'm a tank. What could I say? You know, I'm always working, never not working. And when I go out, then the next day I'm like up at 4 or whatever. And I'm like, yep, this hurts, but like I'm still doing it. And other people ain't built like that. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. I'm sure people are plenty built like me.
How do you prioritize your time?
The meeting I had right before here was a 15-minute meeting. The meeting before that was a 15-minute meeting. I get a lot done because I believe in 15s. I think everybody in here has 1-hour meetings that are actually 7-minute meetings.
Interesting. He said a couple minutes ago that there were 1-hour meetings that were 12-minute meetings, but he takes 15-minute meetings, but thinks they're really 7-minute meetings, which means, based on his own line of thinking because of the importance of 15s, he wastes half of his time. Deductive reasoning.
Boom! Lawyered.
Suck it, Gary.
You can imagine what ends up happening with efficiency. I have 8 different companies inside of VaynerX, the holding company, and I'm the active CEO. I have V Friends, which is taking up an enormous amount of time. I have my family, I have my personal life, I have my
Family and personal life separate. Interesting.
nonprofits. The real answer is I don't judge myself when the last week wasn't as efficient as it could have been. The number one reason that people struggle with time management is because they beat themselves up for not having a productive week, day, or year, and they don't realize that it's just subjective and they're grading their own homework and they're f***ing themselves up.
How do you...
Oh! That mic drop was the most provocative thing ever said on this YouTube channel. All right, he's not wrong. That last part was not wrong. Some of the stuff in this video is a little like, all right, buddy, there's some shock value here. I get what you're doing. And the other parts of it are pretty entertaining. And Gary's not wrong. You guys got to stop judging yourself on how productive you are. I just made an entire video mocking the fact that I was reviewing a hustle culture guru over YouTube shorts on a productivity YouTube channel. Hopefully you got the joke. Thank you for watching, and check out this one where you actually can be productive.